right now. What are you waiting for? Oh, yeah. Come on. Show tomorrow. Right now. Come on, it's everything. Right now. Catch that magic moment. Right now. It's what's happening. Right here now. Right now, it's right now. What are you waiting for? Tell me, turn this thing around. Right now.
I know this pain. Why do you lock yourself up in these chains? No one can change your life except for you. Don't ever let anyone step all over you. Just open your heart and your mind. Is it really fair to feel this way inside? Someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Till then, baby, are you gonna let him hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things will change, things will go your way. Baby, hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way. Hold on for one more day. Sustain. Are you comfortable with the pain? You've got no one to blame for your unhappiness. No, baby. You got yourself into your own mess. Letting your worries pass you by. Baby, don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Until then, baby, are you gonna let him hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things will change, things will go your way. If you hold on for one more day, can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way. Hold on for one more day. I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day, and then you break free from the chains. I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day, and you break free, break from the chains. Someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Until then, baby, are you gonna let him hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things will change, things will go your way. If you hold on for one more day, if you hold on.
welcome to Daywave. How are you guys? How you doing? Good? That was fun. I know some people don't like when I sing at the beginning, but I love it, and I'm going to do it every single show. Well, almost every show. I don't know. We'll see. But I enjoy it. You know, karaoke action. Yeah, we'll see how long the stream lasts on YouTube today. Just yeah, I was popped yesterday after talking about The Last of Us 2. And I don't know. I guess people, you're not allowed to criticize a video game. That had to be what it was. I mean, there's nothing else JJ and I were talking about yesterday that would have been a problem. So we moved over to DLive, back of the bus, which doesn't take too kindly to the front of the bus. But, hey, that's the place to go if we go down, DLive.tv/Daywave. And for people that just want to watch and don't really care, Twitch, you could check out Daywave on Twitch, too. But, yeah, I don't know, man. It's funny because I don't understand how we went from YouTube banning people for talking about, like, look, early days of YouTube, you could pretty much do whatever the fuck you wanted and nobody cared, right? YouTube Live, I mean, specifically. When I was streaming before that, I was streaming on fucking Ustream and Mogulus and Livestream, doing the other shows, but it really is funny to me that we are to the point now where when YouTube started censoring stuff, it was like, hey, don't say the N-word. And you're like, fine, I won't say the N-word. And now it's like, hey, don't talk bad about a video game. I'm like, wait, what? Like, and I know that a lot of stuff has happened in the middle, There's a lot of stuff that Icecast is another one. There's a lot of stuff that's happened in the middle. But to see where we started to where we are now is embarrassing, YouTube actually recommended I tip you a super chat. Why? So they could take it down? What's the point? So they could take the video down and get in the middle of it, and they don't even tell you. And then what will happen is, like, a week from now, the episode will pop back up, but, like, cut off where they cut it off. Like, that's what will happen. The episode will come back up, and people will be like, hey, if the episode's back, but it's only like half of it, you're like, well, fuck. That makes it even worse, because then I got to do extra work. I know DLive can't cast on TVs, which sucks. That's why if you want to cast on TVs, you go to Twitch. Search for Daywave Radio, I believe. Or Daywave. I might just be Daywave. I don't know. I should have been consistent, but I wasn't. But what are you going to do about it, Yeah, everyone's getting super chat recommendations because Google wants a cut, man. And Daz did out last Chaz. I heard they cut the water off today. They cut the water off today on Chaz. YouTube is definitely working with Naughty Dog. They would have needed to make specific algorithm changes for these results. See, that's the thing is, like, I'm Daywave Radio on Twitch. Well, there you go. Twitch shows you're playing Last of Us 2. Yeah, I'm going to keep that up. I know. I changed it yesterday when we were checking that out. Has BitChute got their shit together for live streams? Are you kidding me? They barely got their shit together for uploads. Like, they barely got their shit together for uploads. They're going to fucking get their shit together for live streams. I doubt it. And look, man, I don't begrudge them because, look, BitChute's just run by, like, two guys. From my understanding, BitChute's just run by two people. So, they're doing the best that they can. So I don't really shit on them too much. I think DLive is a bigger company. We'll see. I applied for partnership on DLive. They're going to say no again. This will be like the fifth or sixth time that they've said no. People saying Twitch is a good, quiet time. Yeah, Twitch is very chill, apparently. It was something I always broadcast to it, but I never even read the chat over there. And I know I probably should. And I know that, that's my fault. But let me see something. We did it yesterday, so Daywave Radio, there it is, live. Let's see. There's 3 people right now on Twitch. There's 3 people hanging out in the Twitch chat as we speak. I'm look see checking it. See? Hi Twitch chat. What's up? Hi Royce. Hi guys. How are you? How are you Twitch chat? You hanging out? It's my three homies on Twitch chat. Oh man. It's lit. Yeah, there you go. What's up, guys? I enjoy the singing. Cheers up. Cheers me up. Happy Daywave. So Twitch chat, I am very aware of you. You can watch movies and TV shows on Twitch via Prime if you're an affiliate, but I'm not an affiliate, so I can't do it. It's nice to go over here and just see the people that hang out on the look at first off, everyone's coming over here now. If you think the people, so like Twitch is like the real back, like it's not even on the back of the bus. The Twitch is the short bus because there's only 5 people on it. It's smaller. They cut off the water to Twitch. But I'll check in on you guys today. I'll see if I could check in on you guys a little bit more. Twitch is a rickshaw, maybe. Short bus is where it's at. They have a rape problem in Twitch. That's probably why nobody's there. I can't say that. You can't say anything anymore. They're riding the skateboard behind the bus, pulling a Marty McFly. But yeah, like the amount of shit. The amount of shit that has been going on with the fact that they're like, look, here's the thing. Like, I remember when you guys remember when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out and there was those videos of the people that were, roping up the women's suffrage people and just dragging them down the road and beating them up and punching them and never taken down. Rockstar did not they could have if they wanted to. And they just didn't take it down. I know I'm qualified for an affiliate. I just have to do it. But then only Prime Twitch members will be able to watch the movie, and that's gay. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get sent up for Twitch Prime. But anyway, they never did that. And the fact that, like, Naughty Dog has decided, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let people play the game. They can play whatever scenes that you want or whatever. But if you play a scene of tranny sex and you aren't cheering it on and like fucking throwing a party and popping champagne, well then we're gonna kick you out. And I'm assuming that's what it was. I don't really fucking know what's been going on lately with YouTube. Like, it's been a mess. Twitch is like 3 Indian guys sitting on the roof of the bus. Yeah. So you're not. I know some of you. I know JJ, for example, is playing The Last of Us 2. And if you like the game, you like the game. I don't give a shit if you like a game. I like out of gay shit. I'm gonna start watching Quantum Leap again. Another great show. It canceled before its time, too. It had 5 seasons, but they should have given it a proper ending. He just kept leaping. Would have loved to know what fucking happened to Sam Beckett. It would have been great. Let me see. Hold on. Because I wanted to pull something up. Okay, there it is. Let's see. I that's thought I read it, but I'm looking for the link. They did cut the water to Chaz or Chop or whatever, right? It's been cut. I mean, there's this story from yesterday. After mayor vows to peacefully clear camp, another shooting in Cal Anderson protest zone sends man to the hospital, plus possible second victim. Seattle fire took one person to the hospital, and a possible second shooting victim was rushed by private vehicle to the Harborview as Tuesday began with another bout of gun violence on the edges of the Capitol Hill protest camp. Seattle police confirmed that they were responding to a shooting at 11th and Denny early Tuesday, and confirmed one person had been shot and taken to the hospital. Update: SPD has posted a brief on the incident saying that the victim is a man in his 30s who was not cooperative with police and provided no details of what led to the shooting. SPD says it doesn't know if there was a second victim. According to the Seattle Police radio updates, police were called to the area of north end of Cal Anderson near the residential apartment building around 4:45 a.m. after staging for about 5 minutes to gather enough officers to enter the area of the protest camp. Police reported finding a man who had been shot screaming on the northwest corner of 11th and Denny. A large response from Seattle Fire was also staging in the area and was reported with the victim about 15 minutes after the initial 911 call. The victim was loaded in an ambulance and rushed to Harborview. During the police and medic response, more gunfire rang out from the area of the Cal Anderson camp around 5 a.m. Police did not enter the area of the protest but were in contact with organizers, according to radio updates. There were reports that an armed person fired a single shot, but no immediate reports of the victim. Minutes later, a possible second shooting victim arrived at Harborview via private vehicle. There was no further information immediately available. A CHS reader described the early morning Tuesday outside the building. Man started screaming, "Get me to the hospital," over and over. Ambulance was called. Time to get here was longer than usual. While waiting, the man kept screaming, and some people offered to help him and possibly put him in a vehicle. I could hear it all, not see it. He kept screaming and said, "Don't touch my leg," several times. Police and ambulance finally got there, and they were able to remove him without any incident. I did see that part as I was outside of my building. I did not see anyone from CHOP approach the police in the area. The police, this shooting marks the third bout of gun violence in 4 nights, leaving 1 dead and 3 wounded with possible fourth. Still doing good over there, CHOP? You still hanging out? Still hanging out? Hey, why doesn't the mayor send more porta potties for them? Why don't we do that? Why don't we send more porta potties over to the fucking CHOP area? What do you think, folks? So it's not as bad as Chicago. Well, I mean, per capita it is. Per size it is. It's worse than Chicago, actually. Probably would have the highest murder rate, right? 6 blocks? A 6-block area? Probably one of the highest murder rate per capita. So maybe now they'll do something about it. I doubt it at this point. I doubt they're going to do anything. I mean, they cut the water. But again, you're going to cut the water. How dare you fucking say, we'll cut the water. We're going to cut the water. After they fucking send porta potties and shit on anybody that was trying to stop it. Just fucking ridiculous. I mean, again, and so much. And then once that area is cleared out, and I'm hoping eventually it would be, I can't imagine this mayor's going to get reelected, right? Like, is she up for reelection this one, or she's one of those that's up in 2 years again? Because I really can't imagine she's going to get reelected. How would she? Like, how do you let this go on in your city and then they're just going to reelect you? South side of Chicago had 18 murders in 24 hours. Second night of riots. Chaz can't compete. No, well, fair enough. Do you think she will? AOC did, but look, I don't even like AOC, but AOC's situation is there wasn't a de facto country in her district. You know what I mean? It's a little different. Maybe they will. Maybe I don't know. So maybe I'm just not up to next Seattle mayor election is 2021. So by then they'll forget about it. Yeah, by then they'll forget about it. It won't matter. If it was this election year, maybe there's a chance, but I don't know, man. It's going on a lot longer than I thought. Look, say what you want about Portland, and I'll shit on Portland a lot, and I will continue to do it, but at least Portland cleared out their little autonomous zone pretty quickly. AOC was losing until last minute. Given the mail-in voting allowed in New York State, I suspect voter fraud. Probably. Who knows? Chaz and Chop sounds like WCW Jobber tag team. Good point. I don't know, man. It's you kind of lose the fire in your belly about being mad about it after a while. Like, I mean, get me wrong. I mean, I'm not happy about it at all, but who cares anymore? Like, what do you do? You know? Nobody listens. Nobody cares. They're tearing down monuments, and fucking Republicans are agreeing with it. That's the other thing, man. It's like, forget Paul. I mean, fuck, everything's fucked up. But Republicans are agreeing with tearing down monuments. I'm like, oh, come on, you faggots. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Whoa! Look at that.
Sing on for just one more day.
I will. Thank you, Local Loaf. Thank you. Ken of the North?
Whoa! Look at that.
I think if you played this song when you were showing Last of Us 2, you wouldn't have got popped.
I doubt it because I'm reading the title of the song.
Once were two cowboys all alone out on the trail, and they discovered they could sleep with another male. Now they're having butt sex. Cowboy butt sex.
Dude, there's some shit Family Guy did they wouldn't be able to do today. Good morning, Royce. Did you see Dilly's hot takes on the riots? No, I'm sure they were fantastic, though. Here, I have another story that I wanted to read when it comes to all this fucking gay bullshit. So, there's a show that I really liked, and I thought was very funny, and I think Tina Fey is very funny. Multiple 30 Rock episodes featuring characters in blackface are being scrubbed from the internet. That's right. As reported by Vulture, NBC Universal is pulling or has already pulled 4 episodes of 30 Rock that feature characters in blackface from Hulu and Amazon. This coming after the specific request of the series creator Tina Fey, you fucking sellout, and executive producer Robert Carlock, with Fey writing in a statement to the various platforms that host 30 Rock that the intent is not free pass for white people to use these images. Donald Glover was one of the writers on that show, by the way, and that she's sorry for the pain that they have caused. She adds that no comedy-loving kid needs to stumble upon these tropes and be stung by their ugliness. Really? So you wrote, but you did it. You laughed and you thought you were fine with it. And now you're being stung. Was it going to sting people 10 years ago when you did it? The episodes in questions are Believe in the Stars. I think that's the one where Jenna wore blackface. For season 3 with Jane Krasinski posing as a black man to prove white women have it tougher in society. Christmas Attack Zone from season 5. Chris Whiskey dresses as the former Pittsburgh Steelers player Lynn Swann. Oh, that's very funny. I remember that one. And the live episode from season 6, which had John Hamm in blackface in a parody of Amos and Andy. That whole point of that fucking thing was making fun of the whatever. Of Amos and Andy, and the East Coast version, season 5 live episode of Vulture says, unclear why the episode in particular has been taken down, but it does feature a joke about Fox News referring to Barack Obama being a Kenyan liar. This was changed in the West Coast version. What? This is bums me out, man. How long before South Park apologizes? Listen, I don't say this, and you could quote me on this, and I hope that this never happens. But the day Matt and Trey apologize, that's the day we have a fucking problem. Because I would think that they wouldn't. I would think that they wouldn't, but yeah, you can't even find the clip. I'm trying to see if I can find the clip of the 30 Rock thing. Fuck. I don't really see it. Is this it, maybe? Hold on. I'm seeing if I can find it here, folks, because I would like to show you guys how offensive this was. Come on. Is this it?
Time and
You insult.
Here you go.
Anybody I
Tell you something. What you sound like? You sound like a typical capitalist.
I hope I don't get popped, but I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna play the whole. I'm not gonna play the whole video. I'll pop it up when the blackface, so you can see the terribleness. Here it is.
Long lay the world in sin and darkness.
So this is the blackface in question. So I think it's Will Forte dressed up as Natalie Portman from Black Swan, and then she dressed up as Lynn Swan, the football player, and it was, that was the joke. That was the joke. There you go. That's the offensiveness. This was 30 Rock. That was is everybody outraged? Is everybody really upset about this? That show was a gem. Oh, wait, did you somebody send me the other one, which I think is even better. God, then I worry, I want to.
Kim Kardashian tries out acting.
Here, let's play this. This is, I guess, whatever. I don't know what's going to... It might have the clip in it.
On 30 Rock's latest live episode. Hey there, I'm Carly Bolness. See the reality star's performance and hear how she handled meeting critic Jon Hamm when Pop Sugar Rush continues right after this.
That was him wearing blackface. That's the blackface they're talking about. I believe this was the joke.
Where are you, my brother? Here I is, Alfie!
And the whole point of this joke, God, 30 Rock was great. And the whole point of this joke was how the minstrel shows used to be in black and white. That was the joke. Look, that was his blackface.
Jon Hamm helped out again in both the East and West Coast versions, though Brian Williams sat in for him for one of the skits. Tina Fey's friends and SNL star.
So there you go. This is the big thing that might hurt somebody if they see it. Judy Garland did it better. Yeah, fuck yeah. Jesus Christ. The Judy Garland one is and again, and look, everyone's like, "Oh, be careful, you're going to get." I don't care. Like I'm not, I can't change my show. I can't change my show and I can't change what I do because YouTube's going to fucking for what? Like hey YouTube, because I know at this point somebody from YouTube's watching. Hey YouTube. These are videos on your own site, you pieces of shit. So you're going to get mad at me for videos on your own site? Is that what you're going to do? Now,
See, Mr. Vittorino wants me to say.
What Jon Hamm did wasn't blackface. What Judy Garland did was blackface. Like this is the point, right? Like this is what the Jon Hamm skit was making fun of. This is what the Jon Hamm skit was making fun of.
Coming for to carry me home. Oh, I come from the south, from way down south, where the corn and potatoes used to grow. There's great big elegant pictures show, and my old Kentucky home is a French chateau.
I guess some people must have missed the last show when I covered this. Yeah, she can sing. But this is what the whole 30 Rock thing was making fun of, right? Amos and Andy was also what it was making fun of.
Dixie, swing low, sweet.
Chico, I think
The
we got
papa de
something
boopity,
bad.
the papa de boop.
Me, oh, I come from the south, from the deep, deep south, where the fields of cotton just die with blight, and the Pappy Reed Esquire with delight, while the Alabama mammy plays bridge all night, way down south in Dixie, swinging low, sweet chariot. Come on,
It's
come
just-
on, come on, carry me home.
This is, folks, enjoy this. And enjoy all the old stuff. Enjoy 30 Rock episodes. Look, hey, you can still watch them. Fucking torrent them. I'll fucking torrent them. Go. Just if you're gonna watch 30 Rock, don't fucking pay any of these sites that don't pay for them. Don't watch it on Hulu. Don't watch it on NBC.com. Just fucking torrent them. That's all you got to do. Just torrent all the episodes and watch whatever the fuck you want. Fuck them. Seriously. But look at this stuff and watch it and take, because I'm telling you, we're coming to this is going to be gone. I wouldn't be surprised if this video's been up since 2017 up here. I wouldn't be surprised that within 2 months this video's gone from YouTube. Gone. It'll be gone. It'll be deleted. It's not even that you're not allowed to do something anymore, right? It's not even like you can't do, society decides you can't do blackface anymore. It's not that. It's you're not allowed to look at things when people were allowed to do it. Like, you're not even allowed to remember. You're not allowed to remember when people did things. What if you can't torrent everything? Well, I don't know what to tell you. How much longer before they cancel Al Pacino for playing a Cuban? They won't. Hispanics aren't going to be... They're not. Hispanics don't really get mad at that shit. Nobody fucking cares. But then again, I don't even think it's black. Maybe I'm sure there's some black people that are mad at this. But it's not even mostly black people that are doing this. It's fucking white guilt people that are doing this. Nobody was complaining about the 30 Rock episodes. Nobody was. Tina Fey remembered that she did them and she wanted a fucking front lash and fucking cut it off at the pass. Torrenting is a dad's version of looting. Exactly. Just and get your DVDs now because they'll re-release them. I guarantee you the 30 Rock episode DVDs today moving forward are going to start flying. They'll be sold out on Amazon. Guaranteed. That's what's going to happen. People don't want to be told they can't remember something. And when you take something away like this, people are going to go, well, why am I missing an episode? You know? Yeah, I mean we've played the Censor 13 and stuff like that, but it's man, she's a good singer though, huh?
Oh,
Sorry, just a little bit more.
South. Got this south in my mouth. Uncle Tom's cat's got a new routine. Lights across the ice in the limousine while Simon Legree shakes a tambourine. Way down south in Dixie, swinging low. Sweet chariot, swing low. Sweet chariot. Listen here, you won't let me speak. Don't you know Swanee River is a dried up creek? Come on and carry me home. Na na.
It's I'm just gonna start walking to the back of the. But this is a video on their own platform, so they could suck a dick. Honestly, and not that it matters. But so what they were making fun of. What they were making fun of in that 30 Rock episode with John Hamm was a show that was called Amos and Andy, right? Which had a white guy in blackface and then a black actor, if I remember correctly.
Surely he'll have sense enough to take.
Earth is holding us.
So this is what they were referring to.
Hey, get that thing out of here. Yes, Mr. Yes.
There's the blackface.
Amos, as president of the Fresh Air Taxi Cab Company, I'm telling you to get behind this thing and push it out of here. I ain't gonna do it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, no. Oh no.
I ain't gonna do it. Let me at that thing. I'll fix it. Amos, look out. First thing you know, a policeman gonna come up here and arrest both of us. Don't you worry about a policeman. You get this thing fixed and get out of here. I'll take care of the police. Uh-oh. Amos, I told you policemen come up here and arrest you if you don't get out of here now. Who owns this cat? Are we a partner, mister? Yes, sir, mister, yes, sir. He is the president. I is not. You...
is not. Is not. Fuck. Amos and Andy, everybody. Amos and Andy. This show actually did really well too. I mean, to be fair, there was like 4 shows at the time, so that every show did really well.
Is I blue? Is I blue? Tell everybody around the place I is blue.
Sorry, I pulled up Sanford and Son.
Get away from that phone. This is the Fresh Air Taxi Cab Company of America Incorporated. Andrew Brown speaking. Oh, hello. Is Madam Queen. Boy, she certainly is there for you, ain't she? What's that, honey? No, I can't right now. The Kingfish is coming over to talk over a big...
This is Amos and Andy is an American radio television sitcom set in Harlem. Okay? Historic center of Afro-American culture in the New York City. The original radio show, which ran from 1928 to 1960, was created, written, and voiced by 2 white actors, Freeman Gostin and Charles Quarrel, who played Amos Jones and Andrew Hogg Brown. When the show moved to television, black actors took over the majority of the roles. White characters were infrequent. Amos and Andy began as one of the first radio commentary, or whatever, after the broadcast. The show, Papa. Early episodes were broadcast. Well, there was black actors, but Amos and Andy were still played by white people. Let's see. I'm gonna theme song, sponsors, film, television, ratings. Dude, it was on in like 19... Well, that was radio ratings. In 1988, the Amos and Andy program was inducted into the Radio Hall of Fame. A pair of parallel one-block streets in West Dallas are named Amos Street and Andy Street. Wait till they change those to Barack Obama Avenue and Malcolm X Road. Watch. I didn't know that. The short-lived 1996 sitcom The High Life was intended in part as an homage to Amos and Andy, but with white characters. Later work by television cast members. They're going to rename those roads. You better fucking bet they are.
Why did CBS cancel it after only 2 years?
Well, they got
This is an actor that was on the show, and this was an old interview, why they canceled Amos and Andy.
Why did CBS cancel it after only 2 years?
Well, they got a lot of flack from the black community, the NACP, and the churches, etc. They thought it was stereotypical. It showed no progress. You know.
Do you feel like it was a successful show while it was on?
It made the original Amos and Andy millionaires. But us, we have nothing to show for it. That was one of the characters died broke.
Were you surprised when it was canceled?
No.
How did the other folks involved with the show feel?
Well, they thought it was segregation in reverse. I mean, stupidity, you understand? They complain when they allowed the original Amos and Andy to make millions. And we got a chance to make a living, you know. But
Well, I mean, look, I'm not trying. I understand what he's saying, but Amos and Andy were the stars of the show. Like the other people in the show, the background actors, like, are they going to, you know, the lead star is going to make more money, right? And look, I get it. Like, I understand. And I'm not even saying, you know, I'm not even saying, wait, what is this?
How is you, you vision of loveliness? Everything okay for the night, Charmaine?
Oh, these are black actors.
Uh-oh. Oh, he is, huh?
Did they recast it maybe at some point with black actors?
Yeah. Well, I'll call you some other time, Charmaine.
Why did she break the date, Andy?
Oh, she's going out with another...
Yeah, it looks like at some point they recast it, the Andy role with an actual black actor, right?
Other guy. He's gonna take her for a ride in his speed.
So this is what 30 Rock was making fun of, I think, because I think there was still a white guy playing the other one. Is that what it was?
Well, we're right between them at that first great flight in Chicken Hawk.
How come you ain't never said nothing about being a flyer before?
Oh, well, Andy, you know how them things is. Sooner the pretty girls find out you're a flyer, they're always pestering you to take them up in the plane. And they want to...
It's a TV version. Right. So, yeah. I mean, hey, look, so they, I guess they got a little woke. They did, right? A lot of this stuff's going to go bye-bye, folks. A lot of this stuff is going to go bye-bye. Mark my words. There's a lot of things that you're going to see that go by. That I'm telling
Now, giving you noise in tempo. FB...
You the laziest man I ever did see. What's wrong with you and I? What's wrong with you?
I'm tired.
Tired nothing. You can do nothing longer than anybody I ever did see.
Christ almighty. And again, I'm not saying do it now, but it happened, right? But it happened. And the funny thing is this guy, people are getting complete, like, look, Megyn Kelly, I don't like Megyn Kelly, but she got fired for just saying, well, blackface was a different time and whatever. Was it offensive because it was a different time? And she got fired. Jimmy Kimmel just gets to take a 3-month vacation for this.
Sometime at night, Carl Malone look up in the sky and say, what the hell going on up there? Do UFO live on other planet, phoning home like E.T.? Carl Malone read on TV about white people getting deducted by alien, sticking all kind of hell up their butt. And that's a damn thing. Now, Carl Malone never seen no flying saucer himself, but if he do, that's going to be a spooky time. That's why Carl Malone say government got to step up and give 102% to keeping them little green man off this here earth. Because the day them dudes stick something up Carl Malone butt, well, that ain't going to be no good time for nobody.
You're right, and this is when he was funny.
Especially Carl Malone butt. Listen up, E.T. You better stay the hell back. Nanu, nanu. Until next time, this here Carl Malone.
Jimmy Kimmel was funny. Look, I get that you hate him now, and he's very hateable now, and I don't like his fucking wokeness now, but let's not pretend like the Man Show wasn't funny. Let's not pretend like he wasn't funny. Let's not lie either. Let's not fucking pretend like he wasn't funny. He was. I thought that was funny. If you've heard of Carmel on Talk, that's a very funny bit. But you know, Adam Carolla was funny. Jimmy Kimmel was always unfunny. That's not true. You're not telling the truth. I get that you don't like him, and I know it's easy to like Adam Carolla now because he's more based and stuff, but let's be realistic here. Jimmy Kimmel was funny. Absolutely was funny. Andy Signor says Man Show does not hold up. I don't know if it holds up. I'll be honest with you. I haven't watched it, but I mean, I used to think it was funny. Show me a funny Kimmel clip. No, yeah, hold on. Sure, why don't I give you a back massage too, Brian? Can you use a drink? Fuck you. No, it was. If you don't think, I get it that, oh, show me a funny Kimmel clip. Fine, then what do you want from me here? Then show me a fun. Sure, what else would you like, my liege? Go fuck yourself. Fucking show me a funny Kimmel clip. You listen, and maybe you don't think he's funny. I just disagree with you, and I think that he did a lot of stuff that it was funny. I really do. I really do think that Jimmy Kimmel did a lot of stuff that was funny, and that Jimmy Kimmel was a funny dude. Before he started getting woke about shit, he did, you know. And I like Adam Carolla too, but you know, I think that I think that he is apologizing and stuff, which of course he's gonna apologize. He's a woke bitch now, of course he is. But here, let's see.
Worst moments in man history. 1920. Men give women the right to vote.
This from The Man Show, by the way. Oh, yeah, and Fat Kimmel funnier than Skinny Kimmel.
All right. Women are voting. Seems like almost every year now, all thanks to the woman's suffrage movement.
Led by Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony, pioneers in the field of bitching, moaning, and complaining.
But after all their struggle and sacrifice, how many women today even know what the word suffrage means?
Doesn't this sound like stuff that jokes that we make today, like on ROTC and stuff? See, check this out. This is actually pretty funny. I remember this.
We hit the streets to find out.
How long is this going to go on?
Ladies, unite against suffrage. End the suffraging now.
We're trying to stop the suffrage and the suffrage of women in this country.
Sir?
I would be happy to sign.
Thank you very much.
You've saved the dolphins. Now let's stop the suffrage.
I do this for personal reasons. My mother, two of my aunts, and my sister all suffrage last year.
Tell me what the 19th Amendment is.
The 19th Amendment is very unjust.
Men are going to help us stop
Men
suffrage?
and women
These
to
men
stop
are.
the...
I'm not sure about this guy.
What about male suffrage?
No, that's okay.
The ignorance is really the big problem with this country.
Ignorance is bliss.
What am I signing?
Free American flags here. Collect them and trade them. Help us end the suffraging and get a merit badge.
You don't think this is funny? Huh? You don't think this is funny? You don't think this is a funny bit? Who said the show doesn't hold up?
Maybe one day you won't be pimping those cookies all day, you know? We'd like you to sign this petition to stop women's suffrage. We could get these kids some clothes. It's the young people in America that are going to help change.
Whereabouts in Nam are you from?
I'm from Huy.
Huy? You know a guy named Jeff?
It's very funny.
Totally confused.
We want to stop the suffraging in this country.
Isn't suffrage women's right to vote?
Confidential, yeah.
Very confident. So you're trying to stop women's right to vote?
Thank you very
Hey, fuck it. You're ruining the bit, bro.
much.
We're trying to end.
Thing. They're saying stop women's right to vote.
You two guys look like the ones that are making us suffer.
Well, tell me what it is. You stop it.
What is it you've posted, Frozen? Oh, that'll be okay. I'll play that next.
What are you making fun of yourself?
There are many causes in the world.
You're absurd. You're a joke.
Hey! Stop ruining the bit, loser.
You're both a joke. Goodbye.
And what is it?
And we want to put an end to it, and your signature's going to help us.
I want you to be a little more clear first.
Well, if we can get a signature, we can hurry up and end this. With a woman? Are you coming on to me? No. Thanks. Could I get a hug? Thank you.
How come it's a man who's doing this?
Because we
what
care.
happened to the women?
The women are lazy, it turns out.
Jimmy Kimmel wasn't funny? He was. I hate him now, but he wasn't funny? Come on.
Because, quite frankly, I mean, we like to take a little break. If you wouldn't mind walking around with this.
Hello,
Oh, my God. They set up the woman to go out and sign up.
I'd like to sign for the
Suffering of women in this country?
suffrage. See, nobody understands this word. You have to explain the word.
You're right. But
No, this is offensive. Women's suffrage is the right for women to vote.
No.
Hey! Shut up, you loser!
Really?
No, I'm not a registered voter. That's all right. Are you an American?
I'm broke.
All right.
They're white men who are wasting energy.
We're not
time,
white.
and
We're
money
not white.
on-
What are you, from Cameroon?
Okay, we're not.
We're not white. What are you, from Cameroon? Look, again, guys, are you watching it?
Help us send a message to Congress on behalf of American women saying to stop the suffraging. Thank you. God bless you. Stop suffrage now. Stop suffrage now. Stop suffrage now.
If Mike and I did this on YouTube today, we would be kicked off of the platform.
Thank you, ladies.
We would be kicked off of the platform. They did a whole bit. We're trying to repeal the 19th. The light in you, remembering your spirit, with Oprah Jimfrey.
My body is my temple. That's why I start every morning with a brisk aerobic workout.
Huh? A little more blackface from old Jimmy Kimmel? A little more blackface?
But I can't do it alone. Workouts are easier when you have a partner. My workout partner is my maid, Marguerite. Marguerite's soft brown stomach protects my knees and ankles from unnecessary wear and tear.
Not too much longer, mi sopra, okay?
Cállate! That means shut up in Spanish. 15 minutes a day is all you need to get your heart rate up to where...
Please, mi sopra, you're crushing my... Sorry, mi sopra.
Remember, ladies, strong mind, strong body.
Not funny, right? He was. He apologized. He became fucking woke. Remember something? Kimmel was like the fucking sports guy on a radio show. That's what he did. That's what he did. He was he was the fucking the jock sports guy.
Whoa! Look at that.
Comedy Central will apologize on Matt and Three's behalf after they pass away. Like Nickelodeon making SpongeBob gay since Hillenburg died.
I know. But I'm saying Matt and Trey won't apologize.
Whoa! Look at that.
New rap duo. I think these two could end racism.
Oh, we'll check it out. Here, we'll play that next. Let me get through the rest of the donations.
Whoa! Look at that.
Remember Will Ferrell saying the N-word on SNL?
Yeah, I do actually. I do.
Oh, girl, that dress is so scandalous. And you know, another
All of this is going away, folks. There's no such thing as comedy anymore. It's gonna be gone. It's gonna be gone. All right, let's check out this new rap group.
I got a bad feeling on this one, alright?
Yeah.
I mean, I got a bad feeling.
Fuck Stuart Little, yeah, he a little bitch. Ratatouille gang, get a mousetrap on your click. Cat's out the bag and he's ready to attack. Counting up this bird, I never learned how to subtract. I see Stuart in the street, I won't know how to react. Ratatouille gang, bitch, yeah, we always pull up straps. I got dope in the back, got my bestie on the track. Bitch, you a mouse, bitch, I'm a dog. And no, I don't play. Fuck a Lincoln log. Ratatouille out here, yeah, he always in the streets. Ratatouille seen France, you can't even see her meat. Is it Stuart Little bitch or Stuart Little dick? Fuck it, either way, you know we still getting lit. Fuck kind of name is Stuart, that shit's white as snow. My boy's name is Remy, like the weave on your hoe. I just popped a pill.
They got flows, bro.
And that shit got me cranked up.
This Andy Minalakis deepfake is great.
Wanna make a milli, but I gotta get my rank up. Think I'm being silly, cause I just smoked on my dank up. Pass the track to Crystal, cause I gotta fill the take up, huh?
Yeah.
Do you even have your license?
Bitch, I don't even got my permit.
Little high, little low, you already know. Got my boy Remy ready to beat up this hoe. Hit your girl from the back, pulling on the tracks. Got her going sweet, sweet, while I cock your ass. Aha, mark it low, mark a hoe. What do you know? Pass my corn cob just for show. Gave her 3 eggs, now I got a blast. Childhood dreams, put in the past. Aha, tell me why the fuck don't adopt your ass, bitch. Columbia Pictures, suck on this dick. While Evie in the bag, taking some.
They really don't fucking like Stuart Little. Like, they really big Ratatouille fans. Locomotive Casey. That's very funny. Yeah, man, it's I don't know. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do. Yeah, you're right. I'll cleanse the palate. I'm with you, folks. Let's do it.
And let me tell you something, I ain't gonna front. A bitch is scared. A bitch is scared. Guess what, bitch? Coronavirus, shit is real. Coronavirus, shit is getting real. Coronavirus, shit is real. Coronavirus, shit is getting real. Llego a un lugar y la agua hacia todo el mundo. Pa, 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 es la que hay. Llego a un lugar y la agua hacia todo el mundo. Pa, 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 es la que hay. Dame un break, estoy flaquito. Estoy flaquito. Dame un break. Estoy flaquito.
Oof. Hey, she is cleaning the house. She is sanitizing it. So what else do you want from her? All right, what do we got here?
Whoa! Look at that.
No to pigs.
The town of South Park is holding a large protest tonight outside of their police department. The townspeople say the protest is meant to begin a dialogue about the relationship between law enforcement and the citizens they are supposed to protect.
The police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad cause I'm
Fucking South Park was what about the South Park Naggers episode, the Wheel of Fortune one? That's a fucking classic episode. What about this?
What if someone says, which nigger took the last donut?
That's wildly inappropriate.
And he's even saying it's wildly inappropriate in the video. Comments are turned off on that video, by the way. 111,000 views. 111,000 views. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Because I bet you it's not. I bet you it's not on YouTube. I bet you I'm going to find it somewhere else. I'm not going to be able to play the video, but I'll play the audio.
Words with venom, words that bind. Words used like weapons to cloud my mind. I'm a person, I'm a man, but no matter how I try, people just say, hey, there's that nigger guy. Everywhere I go, it's always the same. Everyone just thinks of me as that one single name. Hey, nigger guy, hi, nigger guy, stop! Now go. Call me nigger guy. Fill me with your hate. Try to bring me down. Oop, up, you're too late. When will it end? Will there ever be a time when I can be thought of as more than just nigger guy? Respect.
That was from the Naggers episode, which is fucking great. Which is fucking amazing. All right. Let's see here. You know what? Let us cleanse the palate. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
Have you ever had a dream that you could don't do skid you don't do skid you wanna don't do skid you could don't do skid you don't do skid you wanna don't do skid you could don't do skid you don't do skid you wanna don't do skid you could don't do skid you don't do skid you wanna don't do skid you could. Have you ever had a dream today, Junior? You want him to do you so much you could do anything?
God, it's so good. It is so good. Did they really just drop the charges against Michael Flynn? Is that true? Seriously? Yeah, appeals court orders judge to dismiss Michael Flynn case. A federal appeals court on Wednesday ordered Judge Emmett Sullivan to dismiss the case against former Trump National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, a possible conclusion to a long-running political fight, despite Flynn twice pleading guilty for lying to the FBI, because they were threatening his son, by the way, about his conversation with then-Russian Ambassador Kaliski during a presidential transition. The Justice Department moved last month to dismiss the case against him. Sullivan did not immediately act, instead asking for a review of the decision. If unchallenged with further appeals, the ruling exonerates Flynn after he sought change in his plea and claimed innocence. Flynn's case has become a touchstone for President Trump and his supporters in the criticism of the FBI's Russia investigation, as Special Counsel Robert Mueller, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, it looks like they did. It looks like they did. It looks like it was dropped. Good. Yeah, I can give you the link to the Have You Ever Had a Dream Kid? Hold on. But bam. There it is. I hope Trump appoints him to the head of the FBI. No, that he won't do that. I mean, that would be funny, but he ain't going to do that. There ain't no way he's going to do that. Ain't no fucking way. A little bit of justice leaves the door for more justice? Maybe. Maybe. A girl can dream. Yeah, I guess you're right. All right, Thomas, we were a little late on the Thomas. What's going on, Mr. Murphy?
Hey, Thomas, and today is Mindy Kaling's birthday from the movie Inside Out.
And from The Office, and from being the most annoying Indian woman on the planet. Scratch that, the most annoying woman on the planet.
And yes, it is a Disney movie, one-hit wonder. It is a huge one-hit wonder. And she was also in Wreck-It Ralph as one of the racing characters in Sugar Rush. And what else am I going to say? Oh, yeah. I think she was in The Office, too, Mindy Kaling. And it's also Peter Weller's birthday from Star Trek Into Darkness as the Admiral. And he was also in MacGyver. The new MacGyver, not the old one. And, yes. I guess that's about it.
The new MacGyver, though, not the old MacGyver.
So, I guess I'm going, so I gotta go to work. Oh, and comment down below if that's true, yes. The Disney movie Inside Out
gotta do
is
his
a movie
catchphrase.
one-hit wonder. So I'm gonna go now, so I gotta go. So, bye.
Thomas he's learned a new thing. He learned one-hit wonder is his new thing now. That's his new thing. One-hit wonder. That's Thomas. That's his new thing. He's all about one-hit wonder now. Thomas learned something, and he really, really likes to drive that topic home.
Whoa! Look at that.
Always glad to see my favorite Mexican in the morning.
Hey, that's me. I'm the favorite Mexican. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I heard the Trump Tulsa speech was pretty fun. The problem is that I'm not going to play like an hour speech. I know that the water thing he did was pretty funny. Let me see if I find it. Here it is.
I was on the
We'll put it up.
stage for hours. Hours! Son, I came home, I had a nice tan.
What a dick.
Meaning I had a nice sunburn. No, the sun's going right like that. But I make this speech, right? I salute for probably an hour and a half, maybe more, but around that. Watch, if I'm off by 2 minutes, I'll say, he exaggerated. It was only an hour and 25 minutes. He exaggerated, he lied, he's a liar. These people are sick, the fake news.
Fake news. He's still doing that catchphrase.
So then, I finished saluting, my final salute. I said, thank goodness, thank you very much. But think of it, so essentially almost 600 times. Now, the general...
Look, and again, just being honest, he really does kind of have small hands.
I said I left early in the morning to get there. Now it's sort of late in the afternoon. A lot of these fakers were with us. So they know. He said, sir, we can now leave the stage. I say, great, General, let's go. I'll follow you. And he goes like this, right here, sir.
Now, look, I don't think he's winning anything. I am not. Trust me, what I say. This isn't me fucking defending the dude at all. I think he's just completely been checked out. But the same reason, whether you like Trump or don't like Trump, be honest with me, because I know there's a lot of people in the chat that are probably agree with me. You know, there's a lot of people in the chat that agree with me. You may be checked out on Trump. You're done with him. This country's falling apart and it's burning. I get it. And I agree but by the way, I agree with you. So don't think that I don't agree with you. The way he's been handling stuff, the coronavirus stuff, I trust me, I'm with you. But it's just a question. Separate that for a second. The same way that you might not like Jimmy Kimmel, but you can watch old man show clips and laugh. Even if you're completely out with him, you still want to see him debate Biden, right? We still want to see him debate Biden? I like the dude, not the president as much. There you go. That's a good way to describe it. Correct, right? Even if you completely might think he's a shill or you don't like him or whatever, the guy is funny. He's the funny guy. Right, look, we just did with the Jimmy Kimmel thing. Jimmy Kimmel's a total fucking SJW piece of shit, fake crying loser. But we agree he's funny, right? All right, so this is why he's going to fucking dunk on Biden. I mean, come on, man. It's not even going to be fair. He's doing crowd work. He's doing fucking crowd work. I wish he just fucking had a microphone in his hand like a stand-up comedian walking around. What else? What else?
And the stage was higher than this one. And the ramp was probably 10 yards long. I say, General! Now you gotta understand, I have the whole Corps of Cadets looking at me. And I want them to love their president. I did this big thing. I love them. I love them. They're incredible. And they do.
It's a train off the tracks, but I still have to hear him speak. Yeah, exactly. Look, again, I mean, it's just... Come on.
I said, General, I've got myself a problem, General. Because I'm wearing leather bottom shoes, which is good if you're walking on flat surfaces. It's not good for ramps. And if I fall down, look at all those press back there. Look at that.
Just shitting on them. It's pretty funny.
And this was a steel ramp. You all saw it because everybody saw it. This was a steel ramp. It had no handrail. It was like an ice skating rink. And I said, General, I have a problem. And he didn't understand that at first. I said, there's no way. You understood? I just saluted almost 600 times. I just made a big speech. I sat for other speeches. I'm being baked. I'm being baked like a cake. I said, General, there's no way I can make it down that ramp without falling on my ass, General. I have no railing. Sure. It's true. So I said, is there like something else around? Sir, the ramp is ready to go. Grab me, sir. Grab me. I didn't really want to grab him. You know why? Because I said, that'll be a story too. So now I have a choice. I can stay up there for another couple of hours and wait till I'm rescued. Or I can go down this really steep, really, it's an ice skating rink. It's brutal.
This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Hold on. I want to get into a certain thing that I actually thought was funny. Here it is. I think it's right around here.
Save on lighting, right? That's why they did it probably. So what happens is I said, what does it have to do with water? They said, you couldn't lift your hand up to your mouth with water. I said, I just saluted 600 times like this. And this was before I saluted. So what's the problem? She said, well, I know what you did. You had on a very good red tie that's sort of expensive. It's silk because they look better. They have a better sheen to them.
Look, again, I think he's sold out in so many ways. I think that he's just, trust me, you don't have to tell me, but I'm just focusing on the man, not the president. Okay, let's have a little fun today. Let's focus on the man and not the president.
And I don't want to get water on the tie. And I don't want to drink much. So I lifted up the water. I see we have a little glass of water. Where the hell did this water come from? Right? Where did it come from? And I looked down on my tie, because I've done it. I've taken water, and it spills down into your tie. It doesn't look good for a long time. And frankly, the tie is never the same. So I put it up to my lip, and then I say, because I don't want it to, just in case. And they gave me another disease. They gave me another disease.
And he threw the water. And he threw the water. Oh, fuck. He's talking about memes. This. No, look, look, man, I ain't fucking sorry. You could say whatever you want. You could say whatever you want, and I probably will agree with you with what a sellout he is. I get it. The COVID stuff, shutting the country down, all fucking bullshit. He had a lot more power to do stuff than he could have. I agree with you. We're back. I get it. I'm with you, and I get it. But I'm just watching this guy, and I'm watching him work in a crowd, and it's funny.
Anyway, that's a long story, but here's the story. I have lived with more the ramp than the water, but I've lived with the ramp and the water since I left West Point. Not one media group said I made a good speech or I made a great speech. But the kids loved it because they broke their barrier, which wasn't good in terms of COVID. But they
COVID. Well, you could have not shut the country down.
broke their barrier and they wanted to shake hands. They wanted to, and I don't want to tell anybody, but there were a couple of kids they put at the end. I actually shook their hand, okay? I actually shook it. Because they were excited. They were excited. They're with their president. They were excited. The most beautiful young people, men, women, the most beautiful young people you've ever seen. So think of how you feel, you me. I go there. How did I do? Sir, that was a great speech. You know, all my people, sir, that was one of your best. That was great. I said, that's great. I agree. It was a good speech. I like that speech. They don't mention the speech, but they have me going down this ramp at an inch at a time. It's so unfair. It really is. So unfair. They are.
There it is. That was funny. Look, man, I don't care what you think. That is legitimately funny. You might even be right. He's good at crowd work, and that's it. I won't even argue that. But just pointing it out, pretty funny.
Whoa! Look at that.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you, Frederick. I think I've played this one before, the one that Thomas Rufenriken's about to send here.
Whoa! Look at that.
Or CHG's about to
Morning,
send,
world
sorry.
champions. Thanks for bringing this community together.
This is the video he sent. Okay, I haven't heard it with the Stone Cold theme, to be fair. What is this? Let's see here. What are you sending me next here, Mr. Rufenriken?
Whoa! Look at that.
Brett Favre says Kaepernick is a hero like Pat Tillman. Are they going to take down Pat Tillman's statue next? Old school stuff. Richard Tillman eulogy from 2004.
Thanks, Pat.
Pat's brother toasts his legacy with a pint of Guinness F-bombs rip.
All right, so this is from the Pat Tillman. Okay, let's play it. This is his brother.
He was always giving gifts. Thanks, Pat. I didn't write shit because I'm not a writer. And I just want to say there's a lot of people here. Thanks. It was really amazing to be his little baby brother. Yeah, I'm not just gonna sit up here and break down on you, but thanks for coming. Pat's a fucking champion, and always will be. Just make no mistake, he'd want me to say this. He's not with God, he's fucking dead. He's not religious, so thanks for your thoughts, but he's fucking dead.
Oof. Two bad knees. And a treat. Oh. Let's see, what is this? So, I guess there's a new movie coming out. It's called A Cracker World. A present-day white supremacist is mysteriously thrust back to an alternate past where African Americans rule the land and whites are enslaved. Oh, okay, this is good. Thank you to Mr. Eric Fernandez, by the way, who sent this to me. Let's check this out. Let's check out this new movie. Well, you took our breath away. What did we take yours? Okay, let's see.
Hey, how's it going?
Why don't you step out? Take that shit off your head, Mom.
You couldn't even do like a good tattoo? Like, that's just magic marker.
Off your head, monkey.
Monkey?
Sure, that black monkey would fuck you.
Redundant insult.
Fucking Mother Earth, make sure I get my nut. And if she bleeds gold, they should crown me King Tut. Nat King Cole, King Solomon, these nuts. Patricia fucking oil.
So I guess he was sent to a world where blacks are in power, is what I'm saying here.
Rich when I bust. Fucking Mother Earth, I'm starting to get dizzy. I made that bitch squirt and created the Mississippi.
Look at the terrible fake tattoos they put on him.
River, my nigga took a trip to nigga.
What you looking at, Cracker?
What's your name, Cracker? Michael. Well, you know names.
Where I come from, this isn't the way it's supposed to be.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Yeah, you are, Cracker.
Welcome back. Be cool.
New series? This is not a movie? This is a series? Well, obviously, I'll bring that up to the main show. But this is a series. Pre-order Bundle 2 VIP advanced screening access to Cracker digital download. So it looks like it's not picked up by anybody. It looks like it's just they're doing it themselves. It's on Amazon? No, it's not on Amazon. No fucking way. You're lying. You're lying, right? It's not on Amazon. I'm going through the website just trying to see. From the mind of Dale Registine. Okay, let's look this guy up. You want to know who? You want to know? Dale Registine is a music video director. This is the guy. This is the guy that made the show. This guy? This is the dude? I don't understand. We get it. We get it. You have black friends. We get it. You have black friends. Jesus Christ. He does music videos is what it looks like. God, it's so pandering. Crack-A-World. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I could get more info about it. Upcoming movie Kraka imagines upcoming. Okay, is it a movie or series? Is upcoming movie Kraka imagines a world in which whites are enslaved and black people rule over the world. The upcoming movie Kraka depicts an alternate history in which director Dale Registini released a trailer for an independently funded film on Friday and says it will be available to purchase on Amazon Prime. It will be so you could buy it on Amazon Prime. What's the point of this? How is this going to make things better? Let me see something. Just ridiculous. What does this do? What does this fix? What does this do? What does it do? Yeah, I know. It's not like Amazon's putting it out. You could just put your shit for sale on Amazon if you want to. Anybody can. So it's not really... It's not like an Amazon Prime series, you know? All right. Let's see here. I don't know. How about something a little more lighthearted? What do you say? It's been heavy a little bit with the cracker thing and all that stuff. So I have sad news, and the sad news is that I have run out of Entertainment Tonight episodes. I'm out. I've old ones. I mean, I've run out. I can't seem to find any more. If for some reason you find old VHS one, please upload them and send them to me. So we don't have any more. I have good news though. I have old Inside Editions.
But Shannon quickly slid into the dark world of pornography, and it may have killed her. Inside Edition is next.
I have something at least. I have old Inside Editions.
She had talent as a child, but at 18 she was a porn superstar. Then this cheerleader from Dallas got on the fast track with some high-rolling friends.
Hold on. Sorry, guys. I need to remind you of something. The high-rolling friends. One of them is Pauly Shore. Now remember, this is 1995, so this was a high-rolling friend.
high-rolling friend.
Slash.
The money started controlling her.
At 23, the girl who changed her name from Shannon to Savannah was miserable, bitter, and broke. Today, the tragic story of a pretty girl lost. They are America's treasures, our national parks. But many are falling apart because your text...
This is 1995. I can't. Sorry, guys. I just want to point out this isn't from fucking last week. Okay, this is from 1995.
They are America's treasures, our national parks. But many are falling.
Oh wow! Can you imagine? Can you believe back in 1995? They were putting graffiti and stuff on national monuments and tearing down statues at national parks. I can't believe that. Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that it's fixed now. It's a good thing we don't have to worry about it. Good thing it's over. It's over.
Apart because your tax dollars are being spent on pet projects like this one, and this one, and this one, and you're paying millions for them.
Why doesn't he want to talk about this? You'd think he'd be proud.
Today, America's parks in peril.
Yeah, I know.
Before he answered to Vincent Vega in Pulp Fiction, John Travolta was another Vinny.
Vinny Barbarino, hey, Vinny Barbarino.
And Vinny and his classmates from the 70s hit Welcome Back, Kotter are hot again, this time on cable.
Welcome back.
I think we have an opportunity to poison a whole new generation here.
But whatever happened to the Sweat Hogs after they all grew up?
John Travolta's a pilot.
To Inside Edition.
So this one's not going to be Hollywood stuff. This is more these are great because there's a little time capsule of what's going on. Like this is 1995. Let's see what was going on.
Deborah Norville. There are few things that Americans find more outrageous than government waste. Well, get this. While our national parks are falling apart, our tax money that's earmarked for those parks is being spent on things you won't believe. We'll have that story in a moment.
Nice haircut, by the way. You look like a light bulb.
But first, Shannon Wilsey was a beautiful young woman who lived in two worlds. To her mother in Texas, she was a generous and devoted daughter. But Shannon's life in Hollywood was a sordid world of X-rated movies. Cindy Hom reports.
She was a happy, bubbly, sweet, caring, giving little girl. She was perfect.
Shannon Wilsey spent most of her childhood in the countryside outside Dallas, Texas. By the time she was a cheerleader for the Pee Wee football team, it was obvious this little angel had acting talent.
She liked to dance.
Speaking of haircuts, Jesus Christ.
And she always said she was going to be an airline stewardess when she grew up.
Instead, Shannon Wilsey became Savannah, one of the biggest porn stars of our time, making nearly 80 movies in a period of just 5
days. In a period of just 5 days.
Years.
Oh, 5
years.
Business
launched her on a rocket so fast that she couldn't catch up with her own fame.
But Shannon's fame became a tragic story of great unhappiness and self-destruction that ended last July when she took her own life at the young age of 23.
I think Shannon just couldn't take being Savannah anymore.
Shannon was a troubled teenager. At the age of 16, she went to live with her father, who was divorced from her mother.
She was not
So the father was around, they're just divorced.
happy there. She wrote us letters, you know. She wanted to come back home. But somewhere in the process, she met a rock star and went on the road with him.
Oh, who's the rock star they're going to blame?
That rock star was Greg Ullman.
The Ullman brothers? Greg Allman from the Allman, out of all the rock stars, I wouldn't guess it was going to be Greg Allman from the Allman Brothers.
25 years her senior. When Pam spoke to her daughter a year later, she says Shannon was in deep trouble.
He had gotten her pregnant, and she had a miscarriage, and he just, like, walked out on her. She told me he's the one that started her on heroin. And that was her biggest battle.
A spokesman for Allman said the rock star denies getting Shannon pregnant and starting her on heroin. In time, Shannon overcame her addiction. At just 18, she began her very grown-up career as a porn star.
She started out modeling, and she wanted to do that. And then her agent told her that she could make more money making the X-rated films.
Would you like a drink?
Wow, this is some low-rent porn, by the way.
I don't know. Alcohol makes them kind of crazy. Savannah's mom says her daughter would return to their home in Texas and shower them with gifts. But before long, things started to change.
The money started controlling her.
Savannah filled her empty life by dating more celebrities, including rock star Slash of Guns N' Roses.
Slash. Talk about someone who fucking love drugs.
And MTV host turned actor Pauly Shore.
Turned actor, really?
Sure. According to former adult actress Gina Fine, she tried to bury the troubles of Shannon by assuming the identity of Savannah.
Savannah became this larger-than-life diva who got so much attention and was so adored, you know, it took over, and she became a huge ego, you know, and it just swallowed Shannon up.
By the time Savannah took her life, she hadn't made a movie in months.
Okay, but you're going to show the cleavage shot?
Was drinking heavily and using Valium. She owed thousands to the IRS.
She was getting ready to go to work again to take care of the money problems.
Then on July 11th of last year, Savannah got into a car accident.
She was driving her Corvette, white Corvette that she owned. And in the area that she lives, there's a lot of curbs. And I think she took one too fast and collided with a picket fence.
In a distraught, emotional state, Savannah called her manager, Nancy Pera.
Her manager was a woman?
So distressed by her injuries, it seems Savannah couldn't endure her unhappiness anymore. Moments after making that call to her manager, Savannah walked into the garage of her home with a gun. Nancy rushed to the house only to discover that she was too late. Savannah had shot herself in the head. Nancy watched as Savannah was carried away.
And I grabbed her foot and I said, Shannon, and I didn't call her that often, but I wanted to go as deep as I could. I said, Shannon, stay with us. Please stay with us.
Within hours, 23-year-old Shannon was dead. The porn diva had died broke, miserable, and bitter. One of her unresolved problems was with her father, who had last tried to contact her 8 months before her death.
I found a letter when we were cleaning out all her stuff from her apartment or her house. And I read that letter, and it expressed a great deal of pain.
And while Savannah believed nobody really cared about Shannon, her family and friends now feel that they're the ones left with the emptiness in their lives.
You couldn't help but be crazy about her, and she had...
Whoa, Stalker Patty's in this? Wow, like everybody... 1995 Stalker Patty's in this? Get out of town.
The little things that she would do that would be so sweet, and she would bring me little presents, and she was very thoughtful.
Just this past July, Shannon's mother, Pam, filed a wrongful death suit against Greg Allman, the man her daughter went to live with in Hollywood.
I don't really think you could pin that on him, right?
Allman has not returned our calls, and he has not responded to the lawsuit. Still to come on Inside Edition, another story of government waste, and the sweat hogs are back in prime time.
Remember when Inside did like TV and Inside it would cover like government waste and not fucking the fake news things at NASCAR events?
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out.
I
think we have an opportunity to poison a whole new generation here?
Epstein gotta know.
So big deal. Epstein's always gotta know.
Yeah, he does.
Mr. Sampras, you know why you're here, don't you?
Kind of dumb.
We'll fix that. Let's see. Go up to the umpire. You say, you were wrong.
You were wrong.
Swat at the ball, struck you.
I remember this
Ball was
commercial.
Ball was in.
I'm incompetent. Yell at me. Say tomato. Or two. And eat your pizza the wrong way. Crust first.
Why didn't you say so?
Stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut.
This is the beginning of stuffed crust, guys. This is the origin of it, okay? This is the origin story of fucking stuffed crust.
With a zesty new sauce and cheese baked into a new thinner crust, you'll want to eat crust first.
Two at once.
I've created a monster.
First off, I like stuffed crust, but I still eat the front first. Save the crust for last.
Large, just $9.99.
Sunloan Company understands the need for extra cash. Whether it's car repairs, insurance payments, new clothes for the kids, or maybe even that well-deserved vacation, Sunloans wants to be your fast cash source. Sunloans specializes in fast, confidential service with loans up to $500. We'll take your application over the phone and have you approved in under 30 minutes. Save money by paying off your high-interest credit cards with affordable Sun loans.
Is there a stuffed crust commercial with Trump? I think you might be right. Oh, wait. Early internet stuff. Hold on.
Today, software and access. Learn how the 30 seconds. Another.
Give yourself a break.
Hold on. I don't want to skip early internet stuff.
Convenient locations today.
Every 20 seconds, another person plugs into the internet.
Wow. Every 20 seconds? Really? Plugs in?
Every day, more and more businesses are tapping into this vast global audience. To ensure that your business remains competitive, learn how the internet works and what it can offer you.
Look at these websites, guys. Lightning fast and a Netscape Navigator?
At the Internet Business Essentials
Pizza Hut again? Pizza Hut's all over this.
Seminar at Palace Station. The date is
Look at these great websites.
August 23rd. Invest 2 hours of your time, and you'll leave with the knowledge, software, and access to put the internet to work for you.
Finally.
Safeguard the future of your business. Call 391-7073 today.
When a sick child needed medication one night, Frances Jacobs didn't hesitate to go out in a driving rain to deliver it. To poor people in Denver, she was the difference between having food and medicine.
But something about black people, and we should cancel her, right? I mean, I don't even know. I'm just assuming back then she did something that people hated, that people would hate now.
Going without. She worked to unite the fundraising drives of several charities, but on that rainy night, she contracted pneumonia and died. But the difference she made lives on. Once called the community chest, today it's known as United.
I thought that's what they called Savannah. Sorry, that was mean.
United Way. We all pay taxes for America's great national parks and monuments, and we're entitled to use them.
No, we're not anymore.
But some of the parks are in trouble. In fact, some of them are falling apart. So where's all that tax money going to keep them up? Matt Mahar's investigation will probably make you
finally,
pretty
1995 cracked the case.
angry.
America's greatest natural treasures are national parks. The Grand Canyon, Yosemite, Thurman, West Virginia. What?
What? It's the record scratch? What?
Thurman, West Virginia? That's right. When it's all done, 35 million of your tax dollars could be paying to resurrect this nearly deserted old railroad town. Not to mention the 150 million plus earmarked for a hodgepodge group of unremarkable industrial sites in southwest Pennsylvania. And just last month, Steamtown, probably the biggest sore spot in the national park system, opened in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Its third-rate collection of trains has already cost you $66 million. All this and more.
This is nothing, by the way. If you think about how much money we're spending now on stuff, that's really not a lot.
At your expense, swipe from the budget of our national parks by politicians who want to spend the money in their districts.
We're thinning the blood of our national parks. The quality is going down.
Former Park Service Director Jim Ridenauer, who wrote a book on the subject, never wanted any of these parks. He says for years, projects like these were shoved down his throat.
Yes, Scranton, Pennsylvania. That's correct. The office.
We were constantly getting a new thing added, and not taking care of what we had.
So how do these places get their cushy federal status? On Capitol Hill, of course. Here's how. The president submits his budget for the Park Service, but ultimately it's up to Congress to decide which areas get the money.
Well, this is 1995, so I think it's nice to see that Congress has been fixed and has been reformed, and they're actually using the money appropriately.
That's how certain members of Congress sneak funds to pet projects back home, like the $4.5 million that was slated for this movie theater in West Virginia, even though the Park Service never asked for it. And the $500,000 spent on this small town in Pennsylvania, and it's not even a national.
$50 million went to strangling Scranton PD to help catch a strangler. Right? Was it Creed?
National park. This is where your tax dollars are going. It's known as pork barrel politics.
If the Congress decides that an area is a national park and they strike the gavel, it's a national park.
So when pork barrel projects of questionable national significance receive millions of dollars for items most of us are likely to have limited interest in, what suffers? Well, what suffers are the true treasures of America, like Yosemite National Park in California.
There are areas in this park that should be closed down, probably.
Ranger Kevin Can says that's because Yosemite's budget has been slashed for the past 4 years. He showed us decaying buildings and a tour through giant sequoias on dangerously broken roads.
And the guy who made all these national parks possible, Teddy Roosevelt statue, is being torn down as we speak in New York City.
We lose parts of Yosemite by not doing our maintenance. We lose historic structures in Yosemite by not doing maintenance. We have to either tear them down or rebuild them.
Archivist at the Thomas Edison Historical Site in West Orange.
Oh, we should cancel Thomas Edison. I don't know, but he's an old white guy, so I'm assuming he did something racist. We're going to cancel. I just assume Thomas Edison will be canceled next.
New Jersey are also trying to save parts of history, but only a third of the great inventor's preserved work is on display. And Superintendent Marian Grabakis,
well, no.
Jersey are also trying to save parts of history, but only a third of the great inventor's preserved work is on display. And Superintendent Marian...
Nah, that's what's-her-face from Fargo. It's Marge. From Fargo, right? It is, right? You're a super lady. Tell me. That doesn't look like Margie.
And Grabakis worries that without proper funding, everything is at risk.
If a roof leaks,
Oh, yeah.
if it leaks onto artifacts, the effects, it just tumble downhill and worsen.
When we first aired this report last fall, the Park Service indicated that there were $2 billion worth of projects still awaiting funding. This year, the Edison site got lucky.
It was graffiti by Black Lives Matter protesters and burned to the ground because of that old white nigga be inventing light bulbs and shit. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard.
Getting a new roof, among other things, thanks to a much-needed $1 million appropriation. But the Park Service says it needs much more. And the tomb of Ulysses S. Grant in New York City, a park littered with graffiti and filth for years, is now slated to receive nearly $3 million from the Park Service budget. But not before his descendants in Illinois threatened to remove Grant's body if the site wasn't cleaned up.
Hold on. Let me hear that part again. Sorry, I want to make sure I got this right. I'm back up just a little bit.
To a much-needed $1 million appropriation. But the Park Service says it needs much more. And the tomb of Ulysses S. Grant in New York City, a park littered with graffiti and filth for years, is now slated to receive nearly $3 million from the...
Didn't they just tear down or deface recently a Ulysses S. Grant statue? Just recently?
Park Service budget. But not before his descendants in Illinois threatened to remove Grant's body if the site wasn't cleaned up. The little ghost town of Thurman, West Virginia hasn't waited in line for anything. That's because when Senator Robert Byrd, the former chairman of the powerful Appropriations Committee, wanted something, he got it. And some people on Capitol Hill think it's absurd. Congressman Joel Heffley.
Can you imagine this happening anywhere except in a state represented by Bob Byrd in the United States Senate?
Yes. Yes. Of course I can. Every state does it. And Byrd wasn't the KKK.
He's the master of it. He is the master. far and away, the king of pork.
God bless Senator Byrd. What can I say?
Of course, the folks in West Virginia think Senator Byrd is just great. Like the residents of southwestern Pennsylvania think Congressman John Murtha is wonderful. He's already pumped $60 million worth of pork into something called the Heritage Area. There's Horseshoe Curve. Murtha finagled $7 million to build a luxurious visitor center, a Pennsylvania Railroad Museum, and a tram without a view.
And really, your view is better from down here when a train goes by than it is when you get up there.
And just a few miles down the road, another luxurious visitor center, another Pennsylvania
Hillary's friend Bird, you're right.
Railroad Museum, and another $7.5 million price tag.
I don't see families sitting around in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and saying, you know where we want to go this summer for our vacation? The Portage National Monument. That's where we want to go. They're not going to do that.
There's the new $1.2 million Johnstown Flood Memorial. It's interesting, but it's only 10 miles from the old Flood Museum. The exhibits are almost identical.
That's you, old lady. It's very funny, John.
And now it's being refurbished with $3 million of national park money. In Salzburg, $500,000 is being used to help rehabilitate the town and dig up an old canal. The canal was about 40 feet wide and it ran right through here. But it kind of makes you wonder, if it was so historically significant, why did they fill it in the first place?
There probably are parts that I would agree with, but I think they've gone beyond that with that project, in that it's become more of a local redevelopment, economic development project.
Congressman Murtha is trying to pump enough into those.
Congressman Cotter crew.
That's their big story, the Welcome Back Cotter
Wound
crew.
up dead. Now cops say he was silenced for blowing the whistle.
Cash is always king, and the cash amounts to $900,000
Nice.
during the Barbary Coast Gold Coast 18th Annual Pick the Pros Football Contest with
So sports gambling? Nice.
$30,000 in weekly prizes and a single $10,000 winner every week guaranteed. Season winners take home big cash prizes that pay and pay and pay. And how much do you pay to play? Only a one-time $25 entry fee. Buy 4 and get a 5th entry free at the Barbary Coast or the Gold Coast.
It's the Great American Blowout and American Bedroom and Waterbeds.
Well, that's racist. You can't have Great American because that's racist. It's colonialism, okay? How about the Great Wakandan waterbed sale?
This will blow your mind. Buy any bedroom set and save up to 40%. Plus, you get a queen mattress.
And a fucking cowboy hooker? I'm sold. If I get a cowboy hooker, I'm in.
Set a waveless mattress free. Hurry to American Bedroom and Waterbeds. These are the final days.
It's the annual summer sell-off at the Chainery. Now's the time to buy with 50% off all 14-karat gold rope chains and bracelets. Layaway and financing available. The Chainery, your link to quality and savings at the Boulevard,
The Chainery.
Meadows, and Fashion Show malls.
The 90s. We were allowed to have white people in commercials. Sugar Daddy's Baby. What is this?
Coming this fall to CBS from the creator of Melrose Place, Central Park West.
Oh, so this is one of the... All right. Yeah, I got it. So this is one of those Party of 5 90210 shows.
Your TV, fireproof.
I don't remember this show.
Looking for something extra in your weather forecast?
Yes.
How about the latest technology that takes
course.
weather reporting to a whole new level, providing the latest look at weather in the valley or across the country? Or a local network of weather centers in local schools that provide accurate, up-to-date weather information 24 hours a day. With our neighborhood weather centers and advanced weather radar, Channel 8's Kevin Janison and Sherry Swensk have the technology and experience to bring you the weather news you need. Turn to Channel 8, people you can count on.
Can you, though?
During the Civil War, a volunteer nurse loaded medical supplies in a wagon and headed toward the sound of cannon fire. Her name was Clara Barton. The Civil War would end, but her war didn't.
Was Clara Barton a racist, though? Should we cancel her? I love watching old stuff. Let's see. Clara Barton, Civil War. Let's see, Clara Barton. Early in 1861, Barton returned to Washington, D.C. and the Civil War broke out. She was one of the first volunteers to appear in Washington Infirmary to care for wounded soldiers. Let's see. Northwood, Massachusetts was named after the character Samuel Richards, North and Clarissa, blah, 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 blah. American Civil War. The Baltimore riot in 1861, the Baltimore riot resulted in the first bloodshed of the Civil War. Victims with Massachusetts regime were transported to Washington, D.C. Yeah, she's the one that founded the Red Cross.
There were still men missing in action.
Which, by the way, is an organization now that just steals money.
And natural disasters that brought suffering to many. In 1881, she founded the American Red Cross. Today, nearly 1,200 Southern Nevada volunteers wear the Red Cross for you. I'm Gary Waddell.
She did benefit from white supremacy, I agree. She needs to be canceled. We're going to cancel everybody on this fucking Inside Edition today, folks.
Any baby boomer knows that the sweat hogs, those funny juvenile delinquents who were the stars of Welcome Back, Kotter 15 years ago, well, now they've returned to television, and the hogs are weird as ever. Nanette Barusha has our report.
Epstein gotta know.
No big deal. Epstein's always got to know.
For 4 years, they were the misfit teen idols of the 1970s. And now, welcome back Kotter.
Welcome back.
Funny, Travolta wasn't there. The little reunion.
Your dreams were your ticket out.
The Sweat Hogs are running the classroom once again in reruns on cable TV's Nick at Night.
I think we have an opportunity to poise.
So you're doing a segment on a show going to reruns on Nick at Night? That was your last plug to go-to segment. And you know who's not there? Travolta. Travolta was, at that point, Pulp Fiction had come out. He was too big for any of this horse shit.
In a whole new generation here.
Kotter was a show that created the careers of its stars, and they love looking back.
You mean John Travolta? Let's be realistic here. What other stars came out of Welcome Back, Kotter? Come on.
Back, for the most part.
Look how big his nose is. And look how skinny he is. And the hair. God, the hair.
Ron Palillo was the class nerd, Arnold Horshack.
I'm sorry.
Robert Hedges was the wisecracking Jewish Puerto Rican, Juan Epstein.
Epstein.